Please meet Ezine, our colleague in this training.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Welcome.
Right. So without wasting much of the time, thank you very much for joining this session. And I've shared the screen. I hope you need to confirm with me. You unmute the mic and you confirm with me whether you can see what I'm saying as well, what I've shared.
Yeah, I
PMI,
can see.
authorized PMP exam prep instructor, that is me. and because starting this year, what PMI has done is to standardize the training materials. So what you'll be learning is the same, what is done in America, in all over the world. Previously, it used to be different according to the approach of the instructor and the center you are in. But now what they've done is they've standardized the materials. And this is what I shared with you with access keys. You've got 1 year access to these materials, and you have to make the max to maximize the utilization. And then you have, yeah, it's up to you if you want to print them out. And I just want to confirm with you that whether you've got these materials, the ones I'm sharing, it must be the same. Though this is for instructor like me, but for you, it must be the same. I want your confirmation because I sent you access keys and URL link where you can create an account and access your materials. Do you have these materials?
Yes, we saw them online. I saw them online.
You were able to access the materials and you have the course files as well as the self-knowledge check. It's got pre-course and post-course. So you check where you are in terms of knowledge. If I click here, it's a self-knowledge check. It's got 2 links. The ones you see here, the 2 links. That
Are these the ones you sent with did you send them on WhatsApp?
no,
Or you sent them in the email?
yes,
All right.
and that's indicated in the subject that important email, do not delete. The way they've done it is the access keys cannot be shared, should not be shared. It's for you as a registered student, and it will only be for you. It cannot be shared, should not be shared. And then that allows you access to this portal, which I'm showing now. This one. I don't think maybe you don't have this part because this is for the instructor. It's got also a template of the certificate. because this is a requirement, this course. After this course, I'll give you this certificate. This certificate is just to confirm that you've undergone 35 hours mandatory training. Okay. So you're going to get attendance certificate. And when you're applying for PMP exam, you must state that you have undergone instructor led training.
I think someone is about to join.
Yes, that should be Mr. Luke. I've just admitted him. Welcome. Good morning, Luke.
Morning, Doc.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Sorry, my apologies. I had to see someone who was not well, so I'm back.
Welcome. Thank you. And also, we have switched to Microsoft Teams because I'm able to record these sessions going forward so that for some reason activities can still rely on the recording. This is one of the benefits of remote training because you can rewind in real time when things are in real time. So I was just showing the certificate that this is a set with PMP, you get a certificate of attendance. This certificate you are seeing, can you see it on the screen? Yeah. Yes?
Yes, we can see it.
Good. So with PMP, you get attendance certificate. This will be the attendance certificate here. There will be two logos at the bottom. There will be my name there, two logos. Then here there will be your name on top that you have attended for completing the course. But this is not yet PMP. This is just to confirm that. This will be to confirm that you've gone through authorized training content. What they've done, the PMI, is that they have standardized content throughout the world because they want, when somebody says you are a PMP, everybody knows what you know and it's standard. And this is why they have now developed the materials. What we'll be doing as instructors is to deliver those materials to the students. Previously, there used to be different materials according to the center you are at, but now it's all standardized. The course files, the notes are the same. Now, once you get this certificate after 35 hours, you will be now eligible to apply for exam eligibility. Like I mentioned in the last meeting, before you attempt the PMP exam, you must be eligible. So you get a letter confirming that you are eligible. Once you are eligible, then you've got 1 year to sit for the exam. Okay, that's the maximum. But you can sit the exam even after this course. I've seen people, because this course normally takes us 5 days. If we have to do a workshop, like if, for example, tomorrow is Monday, if we say, let's do like a workshop, by Friday this week, you will finish this training and you can even write the exam on Friday. Okay? Now, in order for you to write the exam, you must apply. Okay. The steps. What are the steps? You must be a member of the PMI. Okay. There are two things here. If you are not a member, then you pay more. So you must be, it's recommended. Well, if you're doing PMP, it means that you must subscribe to code of conduct, ethics. When you become a member, it means you subscribe to the ethics code of conduct of PMI, and you're a professional member of a professional organization. Okay, you get discounts, you get a free member benefits like the PMBOK. You can download the PMBOK. Once you're a member, you can download the PMBOK. I can walk you through there I can walk you through there on the website if you want. If you want to see what I'm talking about exactly, just confirm that you're seeing that. This is the website, PMI website, and I'm logging in with my credentials, and it takes me to the portal where I can manage my certifications and look at other benefits in terms of membership. If you go into membership here, there is certification. It's got different tabs, certification types, certification process, maintain the certification, because once you get certified, it's not over. You must maintain your certifications. For example, every 3 years, your certificate will be valid for 3 years cycle. Then you'll be what is known as in good standing. Because if you don't maintain your certification, then it will expire and you will not be in good standing. So they expect you to get some PDUs, you report PDUs. Because if I go to my PMI there on top and I check my dashboard, then it will tell me where I am in regarding the PMP certifications, which I've got PMP certification, and this is my dashboard. Okay, this is my membership. There are people who are members, but they are not PMP certified. Okay, so here it shows you who, for example, PMP in good standing. You see that in good standing, which means that my PMP certification is current. We can view the certificate there if you want, or I mean, sometimes people, employers, stakeholders would want to see the certificate. That can you give us the certificate? That one is also just on the fly. You can print it, you can forward it to the employer. This is my certificate. Okay, I got it in 2016, but then every 3 years you have to renew it. How? You have to record PDUs, professional development units, which means that if you attend a webinar for 1 hour, it's 1 unit normally. If you attend a conference, you count 1 hour is equal to 1 unit. Now you need 60 units to renew your certification. It means that you are current. Okay, and what this means is every 3 years you must get up to 60. If you don't do that, then you have to sit for the exam again, which is no one wants to do that because the exam is very rigorous. It's 4 hours exam, and it's a good experience to go through the exam, and that's what makes you a professional. I mean, separates you from the crowd. So there's a maintenance of certification, and also you need, even if you read a book, you can claim a PDA, a book which is about project management. You can claim as a professional development unit. Okay, and then this is what you do here. So I've got 20 out of 60. I've done a lot of things, but I just need time to update. When I update, then it reports. I'll be granted I've got up to 2022 next year, October, in order to reach 60. Then I'll get a new certificate again. That's how it goes. And for membership, you must pay every year. It's annual membership. Okay? Now, what they're saying is I'd put on the WhatsApp group this yesterday, save 26%. Now, this is linked to chapters. Okay? They want to promote the number of people, especially women, with PMPs in Africa is very low. So there is a special initiative to get some discounts underway to encourage people to get PMP certifications. And yeah, it was when we were establishing the Zambia chapter for PMP, it was very it's strange to find out that in Zambia there are like less than 100 PMPs, which is worrisome. But I think the number is going up now because we've got a chapter now in Zambia, PMP chapter, and I would urge you to be members. Now, there is also a promotion because the Zambia chapter is a new chapter. They've given them free, what they call guest passes, to offer free membership for the chapter. But for the mother body, you must pay for the mother body, which is the PMI mother body, the PMI membership. You must pay, I think it's $139. And once you pay that, then the chapter membership for this year, because remember, membership is annual. If you're paying in May, then every May you must renew your membership. Of course, some employers are helping to pay for that because the benefits you get from professional certification and qualification also helps your organization because of ethical code of conduct, professionalism, and project management best practice. All those things can benefit the employer. That's why sometimes employers pay for membership. And I would urge you to make sure that you are in good standing with membership. So what this means is, please, you can stop me if you need to ask or clarify some things. So what this means now is that once you get your annual membership, you have to let me know. I'll write a letter to the Zambia chapter. They'll give you the chapter membership for this year, free, which is actually, normally it costs $20 or something like 400 kwacha, 450 per year. But since it's a promotion, you just need to get membership from the mother body. You can't be a member of a chapter without being a member of the mother body. I think this applies to all professions. So you must get the membership, which is done online. You first create an account on PMI website, then you go to membership and you do the online payment. Once you've done that, you can now get even a business card, kind of to show that you're a member. Overview, membership, where is it? Sorry, there is a certificate you get once you're a member. Let's see. where is it? On my PM certifications membership, you go on my PM there on top, and then it's loading the page, and you will see membership downloads. So this is my membership. I have to renew in September, and this is the membership downloads. This is where you can download the card and the certificate. The card is like a business card. If you interact with partners, and if there is an opportunity to lead a project, you can show that this is the business card, which comes with membership. Did you print one, Ezine?
Oh, I saw it, but I didn't print it.
Oh, I see. So it's nice. If you are a member, then you must enjoy the benefits of membership. And then there is a certificate also, which you can print out, member certificate. That's the certificate. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, so this certifies that you're a member of a professional body. Some opportunities which come your way, you will be asked to prove that you're a member of a professional body. Okay, so that's a certificate you can print and put in your portfolio. And also the fact that you're a member, another benefit would be that you can print out the PMBOK. PMBOK is like a collection of experiences, lessons. The PMBOK guide, I think it's more than, you can download it. It's more than 900 pages. And it is revised every 4 years for obvious reasons, because they want it to be responsive to what's happening in industry. Okay, and so we are expecting PMBOK edition 7 this year, anytime this year. What will happen is, if you are a member, you will simply download the next version, which is personalized. I think there is even this is a brochure, membership certificate, member card, and I think if you go to learning and events, we can get some. I just want to show you the link where you can download the PMBOK. Overview. The PMBOK guide overview. And this is why this guide, it just comes as part of the, you see, that's the PMBOK. It comes as part of the membership benefits. If somebody asks you, what are the benefits of being a PMI member, PMBOK? This is the 6th edition, which is currently obtaining. You see, it gives me the download button because I'm a member already. Okay, and if I download this, then I will be able to use it. This is 6th edition, yeah. When there will be the next edition, it will come automatically on the portal, and I can download it and use it. The PMI now, PMP exam is based on 6th edition. 6th edition of the PMBOK guide, which is a collection of best practice. The 6th edition was developed in 2017. Yeah, that's the editions, 2017 edition. So we're expecting the 7th edition, because things have changed now. If you look at the syllabus now, it's completely overhauled. This is the one I'm sharing now. Just confirm that you are able to see this. Um, can you see that? The PMI authorized PMP exam prep course. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topical areas. Creating a high-performing team, starting the project, doing the work, keeping the team on track, keeping the business in mind. And that's why where we are saying keeping the business in mind, this is where they did a lot of work to infuse agile concepts. Because previously, the emphasis was on deliverables. There was no connection with the business. If you tell me deliver a table, I will deliver the table. Now, when delivering the table, if requirements change, I don't mind. I mean, because you told me to deliver the table. And if the price of the table is no longer required, I do not mind because I was told to do the table. Now, the thinking now in the world is that everything we do in projects must speak to value and benefits of the business. And this is why now the exam is 50% agile and 50% waterfall. In terms of content, there will be a lot of questions in the exam, which will be pointing to agility. In the agile is all about flexibility, being flexible to deliver what the customer wants, speaking to the business, so that you always want to deliver something which is of value rather than because it was said that it must be delivered. And that's why we have the last bullet there, which is saying keeping the business in mind. Any questions? It's not possible that you don't have any questions.
Silence means you can proceed, Doc.
I see. Okay, that's great. And because I expected questions but what changed from the previous syllabus? Because the previous syllabus was focused on domains, on knowledge areas, 10 knowledge areas. Now, what is interesting is they've kept the knowledge areas. When you look at starting the project and doing the work, they've kept the knowledge areas, which is good, but they've added the business side as well as the creating a high-performing team, which is, in my opinion, very good because in every project there is what we call teaming. How do you get the team on the ground? How do you can have a team, but it's a low performing team. How do you make the team high performing? And as much as if you are a very good project manager, if your team is not good, you're going to fall together down. You won't hit the deadlines. You won't deliver on budget. You're going to have scope creep because you can't do everything alone. as a project manager, delegation is part of project management, monitoring and control and delegation. If you fail to delegate, you will simply get burnout and consequently affect your health because you can't delegate. If you can't delegate, it means you can't trust. If you can't trust, it means the team, your team is not high performing. There's no trust in the team. So teaming has been identified as one of the skills and competencies a project manager must have for any project. And this is why we have the first bullet, creating a high performing team. Because once you sort that out, then you are in business. You can talk of starting a project. You can talk of doing the work. And not that when you're doing the work, then you find the weak link in the team. We will blame the project manager that how do you did not create a high performing team. And remember, to create a high performing team, it goes through processes and stages. When people have not worked before together, there is an inherent risk. They will definitely start storming before they can start forming and norming and performing. And this is why, as a project manager, you need to understand the dynamics of teams in projects, and this is why also one of the requirements in the prep exam, PMP, is that you must have led projects at least 3 years. Leading projects, minimum is 3 years. And that's what we need to, I need to help you. You need to talk to me when you are prepared now to apply. Okay? So you will have to write, I think, a 500-word synopsis of your experience. Okay? And that experience must cover all the facets of project management in terms of initiating a project chartering. Okay, for those from Prince 2, in PMP, when we say charter, we mean a project brief in Prince 2. That's what we call a project brief. But in PMP, we refer to it as a charter. Okay, a project chartering, project initiation, that's the chartering as well as the stakeholder identification. Then you've got project planning. So you take the highlights of what you did in the past 3 years in project initiation, project planning, project execution, project monitoring and control, and closure, project closure. So you divide your synopsis in these domains. Okay, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and project closure. Then you fill in the meat. Don't use overlapping projects. What we mean by overlapping projects is, for example, at the moment, I'm running 3 projects. Then there's an overlap. You can only count one. Don't count all the 3 projects. I think that's clear, right? Avoid overlapping because they'll pick it up. And what they do, PMP, PMI, what they do is that's why they give 5 days. Eligibility is 5 days. Turnaround time. If you apply tomorrow for eligibility, actually, you can apply tomorrow if you want. I know Ezine wants to clear PMP quite urgently, as well as the look. I think even more, right? Then, yeah, why not? It's better you get rid of it. You can apply for eligibility, but then if you're applying for eligibility, you need to summarize your experience in 500 words. according to initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closure. Now, you take 3 years, the past 3 years. Okay, if you did a project, okay, sorry, my apologies, not past 3 years. You have to do, I think for the past 5 to 8 years, the projects must cover a period of 3 years. That's the minimum. Okay, so we need to know who the stakeholders was, who was the sponsor, who were the key stakeholders, what was the title, topic of the project, what was the team size of the project, and what were the deliverables, and what was the period. Okay, now when we say non-overlapping, if you had a 9 months project last year, January to somewhere in September, it means just count one project during that time. You can't count two projects during the same time. Now, that is all fine. Now, you write very concise, succinct points, what you did during initiation, what you did during planning, what you did during execution, because these are standardized domains. What you did in monitoring and control, what you did in project closure. Then you go to project 2, you write the title, start date, end date, sponsor, project manager is you. You must be a project manager, not a team member. And then what you did. Who was the stakeholders? Now, what happens is PMI, they audit applications at random. If you are audited, if you are selected to be audited, then PMI will write to you to give the stakeholder names and the phone numbers. They can phone them or they will write to them to confirm your project leadership activities in projects, which you've listed in the application. If you're lucky, you're not audited, then you get your eligibility certificate after 5 days, working days. And when you get that certificate, then you can book for exam within 1 year. But like I said in the last meeting, my recommendation is that you do the exam 3 months after the training, within 3 months. Of course, you can do it immediately, but within 3 months, because you need to practice the questions. You need to go through the materials again. You need to remain focused. You need to put everything in consolidation. Okay. You need to know your learning style. People have got different learning styles. Some people, they learn better in group discussions. Some people, they learn better by doing questions, then they go to the theory. You must know your learning style, and then probably we keep this group as a study group. They are encouraged study group because you are discussing questions, arguing, referring to the PMBOK. And it's not just about knowing the correct answer. It's about knowing why the answers are not correct as well. Because you have 200 questions. 200 questions, and you must answer them in 4 hours. And there is no pass mark in PMP. Looks strange, right? You will be told that you have achieved above average. It means you've passed. If you fail, it will be you have underachieved. Then in the middle, it will be you've achieved on average. It means all over the world, the people who sat for that PMP exam, then they do something like a standard deviation, the Berry curve, to find the mean. And these people who are at this point going forward have passed. And these people who are on that, they determine a cutover, a cut point, depending on how many people sat for that exam. So the pass mark is never published. It's not like Prince 2 where we know it's 55%. But for PMP, it's never published. But what we say is on practice questions, if you are getting 65 and above, then you are ready for the exam. When you do the practice questions and you're getting 65 and above, it means you are ready for the exam. Okay? And yeah, so you need to get these things sorted out, get your eligibility, then immediately after our training, go for it. And once you pass, you inform the team, the group, and we celebrate together. And then you can put under your credentials, and after your name, comma, you put PMP. I hope I've covered all the requirements, prerequisite requirements for you to get your registrations and eligibility. Unless there are any other questions or something I've forgotten.
Yeah, I have a question. I
Yes,
just
please.
want to find out how soon after the exam do you know if you passed or not? Is it immediately?
It's immediately.
Okay.
Immediately when you submit the 200th question and you get confirmed, yes. Then about 30 seconds, you see congratulations on the screen. You have passed, you have achieved the PMP exam. Immediately, then and within few hours, the certificate is issued on your portal, on your account. When you log in, you will see the certificate and the statement of results. You achieved above average or underachieved. So the results are immediate. And yeah, so it's a very good feeling when you nail the PMP exam, which I think I would encourage you to do after the training, but get your eligibility sorted out. And then the exam, if you're a non-member, it's $505, I think, dollars. If you're a PMI member, it's $405. But if you do it before, I think, June, let's see. Yeah, before 30th June, then there will be a further 26% discount on the exam. It doesn't mean you have to do the exam on 30th June. You have to pay to get the 26% discount, but the exam can be in July, for example. You can sit in July or even June. Why not? I know next week is June, but it's better to sit for the exam when you are fresh with the knowledge. Don't say that I will do it in December or January, because you start forgetting. And just know that for every exam, you need to still have that stress. We call it positive stress, because that's what makes you pass the exam. That feeling that will I make it? Will I make it? That is a good stress. It makes you work extra hard, because you must treat this as an investment in yourself. Because when you get PMP, believe me, you will stand out and be equal when discussing projects with the other project managers, because they will know that you're a PMP. And yeah, many doors will open. So you treat this as an investment and put an effort. And I would want to see your roadmaps, individuals. When do you want to do eligibility? When do you want to sit? I need to understand your plans, individual plans. Maybe you can share with me so that we discuss them together. What's on your mind? When do you want to, of course, being in this course, you will realize that it's useful, it's an investment, but what's your roadmap like? Maybe we start with Zina ladies first.
Okay, so what's keeping my eligibility is 35 hours that I need to get from after this course. So I want to apply for it immediately we finish the course. I already started drafting my the experience section of which I'll share with you to go through. So once we finish and I get my 35 hours, I'm going to apply for eligibility, and I plan to write the exam first or second week of July. But I want to benefit from the 26%, so I'm going to register for it in June and write the exam first or second week of July. That's for me.
Can I ask a funny question? Why do you want to be a PMP?
Okay, because I already manage projects, and because I'm really young, I'm not giving credit a lot for what I do. So I manage projects. It's not part of my TOR, but somehow manage projects. So one, I need it for, it helps when people see that certification and they're like, oh yeah, she's really trained to do this, despite the fact that she's very young. And secondly, I want to learn how to better manage projects. I manage projects. Of course, you go online, you watch tutorials, you read this book, you read that book. But I want to properly learn how to manage projects.
That's very good, very good. And yeah, so I will support you in this journey. It's a journey until your certification, and let's just remain focused, and also share with me when you prepare the 500-word synopsis of your experience in projects.
I will.
Thank you. And now let's look at next should be Luke.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard the question. I think for me, Doc, we've discussed this, subject time and again.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'd love to sit for the PMP exam maybe by end of June.
Okay.
So if we finish this pre-course by maybe mid June, I can just take roughly 1 week or two, and then yeah, I think I intend to sacrifice a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's not gonna be easy because of the projects or the project we are running internally for Airtel Zambia, but it's okay. I'll take some sleepless nights until I just want to put it aside.
Very good. That's ambitious roadmap, but I'll try also from my end to support you and see uh, where we are. I will tell you, well, that you will feel yourself that you are ready for the exam, but
For sure. Yeah.
yes, you've got good practical background, and it's just now you must get hands on the theory because the questions are very, very practical. They come from industry. The PMBOK will act as a guide, like it is called a guide. It will simply guide you. You must use expert judgment because you've got a guide. Now, some questions are very situational. That if you, and this is why they are emphasizing on experience. But with a good sense of judgment, you can make it. You will make it. Okay. Can we hear from Mutale? What's your roadmap like?
Well, okay. Thank you very much, Doc. Well, for me, I also would want to write it maybe in July. I'm not really in a hurry, but it's I know it's something that will give me a lot of knowledge. I'm sure from the conversation we've had, Doc, about where I want to take my career. I think it's something that will really improve my understanding of project management to a greater length and add to those Prince2 Agile, Prince2 and the like, and obviously make me marketable in the job market as well. My roadmap definitely is, I think it's a definite yes to written in, I think, in July. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, from the submissions, I can tell that we've got ambitious roadmaps, but I trust that you understand that you need to really commit. Time is a resource, yes. You need to be committed, and the next couple of weeks, maybe you postpone social events just to concentrate on PMP and be focused, and it's doable. You can give testimonies. I'm sure you agree to give testimonies that we did PMP in a record 1 month with preparations. Because if you pass, it means I've also passed, and that's how it goes. So I'll try from my hand to share my knowledge and contents with you, and then next thing we must look at is our timetable to confirm our meeting times. We said that we must be very flexible, agile, like, but hitting the objectives and deadlines. And I know you are working, but one more thing: the week on the exam, even before if you get an exam date, you need at least to go on leave, even 2 weeks before the exam. You need to secure a leave. You'll be distracted if you're coming from work that I'm writing in the evening because it's online exam. So you have to make sure you discuss it maybe with your boss, that I'm on a program which will require 1.5 or 2 weeks, 10 days before the exam, just to consolidate everything in one, remain focused, and nail the exam. So you put that in the planning. Hello? Was that a question or a comment? Okay, I'm happy so far, and what we can do is I'm just thinking whether I've forgotten something, what I wanted to tell you. But I think if you get a question, feel free to ask me anytime. And because this is a journey, and and uh, yeah, so that's it for the introduction. Now we go back to the materials. I know I need to send you, look, I need to send you access codes, but I've shared the materials also on G Drive. I shared the link on what? On WhatsApp, our WhatsApp group. I don't know whether you had time to look through it. What you need to do is you need to do the self-knowledge check. Can you see my screen? I've just moved back to the PMI Resource Center. You can, right?
Yes, we can see.
I would want you to do this knowledge check after our class today. This one, you do pre-course. There is a pre-class assessment. This one you will do post-class when we end. I repeat, when we finish our class today, it will be like homework. You must click this link, the first link, and do the questions. Okay? And I want to know your score. You, I think, receive an email with the score, what you will score. And I want to know, that will give me an indication where you are in terms of knowledge. I need to know that. Okay? And then we'll do another one after the course, the training. So this is what you will do afterwards. And then share with me your results. Understood? And then we'll do the post-class survey later on when we finish. You can watch some videos, and you have a project manager checklist. This is a good one because you can use this one before the exam. That it covers the whole syllabus and what should be PMI authorized PMP exam prep checklist. For example, if I covered this, if you click here, it will show you the syllabus, creating a high performing team, what you need to cover within that domain, starting the project, doing the work, keeping the team on track, keeping the business in mind. So This is very good, even when you are doing your preps, your final preparations. When you click there, it reminds you what you need to cover, what you need to cater for. Okay, what you need to know that you know. And now ready with the theory and ready to go into the exam. So this is where you will find um, this one, the checklist for the exam. And yeah, but not really when preparing for the exam. Every day you can visit the checklist, project manager checklist, and see what you've got there. Okay, so I propose we take a small break, bio break, and then when we come, we can kick off. Because we're going up to 13 hours, huh? Right? Hello?
Yes.
Can we take, now we can take like a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Then we come back and start looking at the materials now. At, yeah. Creating a high-performing team. So I leave it there. I'll leave the meeting open. I'll just switch off my video and switch off the sharing. So this is the 11:38. We can meet at 11:50, 10 to 12, right? We meet 10 to 12. See you later.